Good evening, everyone. I'm Shailaja Ranganathan. I'm a data scientist and Power BI developer. Today, I'll be presenting our project on optimizing healthcare resource allocation study using data science, machine learning, and we use this in our Power BI. Global life expectancy has improved significantly in recent decades. It's around 73 years. It has been increased by more than 6 years between 2000 and 2019. As the years progress, we see the average life expectancy increases. This is due to better access to healthcare, shorter hospital stay, and overall advancement in healthcare, leading to a longer and healthier life. In the healthcare industry, hospitals and medical facilities invest in various equipment to enhance the patient care, and this affects the length of patient stay in the hospital. As these investments influence hospital stays, patients experience reduced cost and hospitals can admit more individuals, expanding the access to the healthcare. In an era where healthcare is vital, we are using data science to understand how MRI units, CT scanners, and hospital beds affect hospital stays. Our goal is to create a predictive model to reduce the hospital stay and optimize resource allocation using data from 32 different countries and over the span of years. Why we need to use the data science? That helps us to plan for the resources, how many CT scans are necessary, how many MRI units are necessary to minimize the hospital stay. Then patient flow optimization to reduce the wait time for the patients. The number of patients coming in, if they go out, we can admit more patients in the hospital. And cost efficiency. Cost efficiency is very important. It not only says about the cost incurred for investment in healthcare equipments, but the cost incurred by the patients to stay in the hospital. Imagine if the hospital stay is more, what happens? The patients have to pay more bills, and this is going to affect the humanity. Normal person will get affected. Here you can see a table which shows the average cost of hospital stay per capita in selected countries in 2022. The actual cost of hospital stay may vary depending on several factors like type of the treatment, duration of the stay, and location of the hospital. Here you can see US has the highest per capita cost for the hospital stay, whereas India has the least. Now, we took this data set, healthcare investment, for our data science process. We used it in our Microsoft Fabric, where we created a lakehouse, we created a workspace. What is this data science? Why we need it? First, data science, we are going to identify the problem we have in our data. See, what is the problem? How my independent variables, that is, how my CT scan, MRI, hospital beds, how they are going to affect the hospital stay, right? This is our basic problem. Then in data science process, we read this data, we use some data manipulation libraries like pandas and Python. Then we do the data cleansing to change some values, changing nulls to zeros, do some transformation in Python. Then we are going to train the model. Train the model is predict the best model. Let's see about it. First, what we did is in the notebook, we created some codes where we did the transformation where the string value of our location column is converted to machine language. The data which we got was not clean. So we need to do some cleaning stuff, which we did in Python and in Data Wrangler. In Data Wrangler, we changed the nulls to zeros in Wrangler, and we created some year-over-year columns, which we need to use the first year-over-year as 0. So we did all these manipulation in the Data Wrangler. Data Wrangler is something which is similar to, say, Power Query Editor, where you can clean the data. Here we did that, but for using the Data Wrangler, it is necessary that it should be accessible in the Panda library. So After doing the transformation, then we need to do the prediction. What is the prediction? Suppose, for example, I want to go to a destination, right? What I do, I ask my bunch of friends, hey, which is the what destination you went last year? Egypt, Europe, which one is the best? They all will give their opinion. I will take into account all their opinion and come into a prediction. Like that, this data set, I'll pass it into this data set is split into training and testing. 80% of the data goes for testing, 20% is going for training. To predict the model, what I'm predicting to predict hospital efficiency using the hospital stay as target and MRI, CT scan, hospital beds, all as my predictors. We tried various models, but we got a perfect result which is closer to one using our random forest regressor model. This is similar to what example I told. Here it uses multiple decision tree, comes up with a good prediction, and then it gives the average prediction. So when making the decision, each decision tree will give its own prediction. Now, this file is then loaded as Pickle library in our train model. Then what we did is we created a bar chart to indicate which parameters is going to get affected the most. That is CT scanner, MRI, hospital bed, which factor is going to influence my hospital stay the most. We found a conclusion using this bar chart, and we found that the CT scanners play a vital role. That is, they influence us more for the hospital stay. After using this, we had a final file which had our predicted hospital stay. So what we did, we merged that with the source file and then we plugged it in Power BI. So in Power BI, we already have the visualization for MRI, all that. We included our predicted hospital stay, predict how it can decrease or increase the hospital stay. So here, before going to my dashboard, investment in this CT scanner, MRI, hospital beds, they can significantly impact the patient's hospital stay because they may be faster and they can lead to quicker treatment. But there are other factors to be considered. Severity of the illness, patient's overall health condition, available of post-discharge care, hospital policies, they also influence the length of patient stay. Let's go to my dashboard to see that. Here, okay. So in this dashboard, we have used the predicted hospital stay. The file, we have merged our final file from the data science to the source file, and then we plugged it in our RBI. Here, if you can see, from the year 2003 to 2018, we find that the hospital stay is nearly constant, like 6.66, 66 to 7. You can see that it is nearly constant, right? 6.5, 6.4, all that from the year 2003 to 2018. That is, there is some steady improvement in the hospital equipments and healthcare facilities. Here, let's go to some location to see about it. When we drill down to, say, East Asia, I'm drilling down to East Asia location, you can see that in East Asia. So if I see for the year 2010, you can see there is a massive increase in our healthcare investment for MRI, CT scan, and hospital beds, right? And we can see the predicted hospital stay has come down from the main hospital stay, that is to 59%. When we compare to the previous year, we can see that, one second. When we compare it to the previous year, we can see there was not much investment in the MRI, CT scan, all that. Similarly, if we see for the other year, say 2014, there is again a massive increase in the MRI, CT scan, and hospital beds. And my predicted hospital stay has come down from the hospital stay, that is to 53%. Let's go to some other location. Here, if we go back to, say, North America, where we have USA and Canada. So let me go to the North America. Here, you can see that in 2004, there was a decrease in the investment, right? It comes down. In my predicted hospital stay, it has increased 7.56. It has increased 5% from my hospital stay. But if we go to 2006, we can see all my investments has come up. There is a massive increase in the investment. Yes, even there is a massive increase in the investment. And here my prediction value also goes higher. It has increased to 12%. And these are some of the insights. And one of the other insight which we found it, like Turkey, here if we see the hospital stay is very less. Hospital stay is very less when compared to the other countries. So why it may be? Because in Turkey, there is something called a post-discharge support is more in those countries. So the readmission of the patient, it will be delayed, right? So we can use these, other countries can have brainstorming these ideas and they can share knowledge for this. So let me go to the next one. So overall, this project, this focuses on the key insights and suggestions which can be given to the healthcare consultants and healthcare managements. This will enable them to make data-driven decisions for resource allocation, strategy planning, and optimizing the patient care. That is, it will be used for proactive decisions for future investment, to implement targeted intervention. Like there are some medical condition or procedure that may take longer time, say for CT scan, it may take longer time or something like that. Then these interventions can be addressed. Patient flow can be managed. We can implement the measures to reduce the wait time. Like they can have an online appointment scheduling, automated alerts, all that. Then, more importantly, if we see the Japan, it has the high hospital stay. This is because in Japan we have old population, it is more. So, what we can do, we can promote preventive healthcare. We can encourage regular health checkup, early detection of diseases. All that will improve the healthcare, patient care. As I mentioned at the outset, an efficient hospital system will minimize the hospital stay and optimize the resources. This is a gift which we are going to give to our future generation, offering them more quality time and give a healthier and happier world. Thank you.